Ray, let's just take time out. Way back at the beginning of the show today at 10 o'clock, we highlighted the problem that Eddie Jones was facing as he travelled south from Scotland to England following the Calcutta Cup match at Murrayfield. He was on a train, he was standard class, and he was verbally abused by a group of Scots. I'm not saying they were rugby fans, but he was verbally abused. And then as he got to Manchester, they got round him. It's on my Twitter feed. The pictures are on my Twitter feed at Jim White. They're also on my former colleague at Sky at Dan Rowan. And it was Dan who uncovered this and uncovered the pictures of this, because at Piccadilly Station, after posing for photographs with those same fans, the same fans then turned verbally abusive on Eddie. And it's absolutely shameful. It's disgusting to watch it. Now, we're joined this lunchtime by James, and James, you can add to this. As I understand it, James, you were on the train, were you?
Yeah, I was in the same part of the carriage as these, well, God knows, they're not human beings. First of all, I want to point out there weren't rugby fans. I was on my way back from the rugby. All of them have shouted out that they hadn't seen the game, but as soon as they found out anybody was English, they verbally abused them. 25% of the words that came out of the mouth was either an F or a C word.
Right.
Any woman that walked past, they told them sexually what they were going to do to them.
Okay, and when did they discover that Eddie was on the train?
I don't think till after they got off. I mean, I've only seen the jostling on the. But I knew which lads it would have been even before I saw the video. They were just... I got up towards the end and they called me a fat bald C. They threatened to mangle another lad. One lad spilt wine on another passenger. And the passenger looked up to complain and he said, "Shut up or I'll mangle you." And it's the longest... They were drunk when they got on the train at 9:15 at Edinburgh.
I see.
So, is anyone who walks through the trains and checks people out, and you know maybe you can stop at the next station and chuck them off, or I don't know how it all works.
All right, the only person I saw on the train was a woman guard who was also serving drinks.
Yeah.
And she came over to a couple of times because they were playing loud music on the train. You know, not that it's a massive issue, but
no.
They were swapping stories about one.
Okay.
It was the longest 3 hours of my life.
Did you say anything, James? Was it safe to say anything?
Oh God, no! I pretended to be asleep. If you caught their eye,
yeah.
I mean, one of the lads kept standing up in the middle of the train and shouting, "I'm effing pregnant."
Oh, lovely. No. So now, James, you have seen the pictures of what happened to Eddie when he got off the train, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you've seen the group around the car that picked up Eddie.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't see it live because I was kind of hanging. To be honest with you, I'm ashamed to admit, but I was hanging back because I didn't want to be involved in any. I didn't want to be in their area.
Oh no, I can understand that fully, James. Yeah. No worries about that. So, having seen the pictures, are they the same guys that you're talking about who were on the train?
Off the air, I can even tell you which seats they were sat in, and there was a camera on the train right above them. Like I say, they all tried to, the female guard, they tried to push her down into, they were on one of these sections with 4 seats at a table, and one of the lads got to the loo, and they tried to push her down into the spare seats, and he had his hand on her backside, and she was, I mean, she handled it as well as she could do, but she couldn't do anything about it.
So it's a bit easy to identify, wasn't it?
Yeah, what was the train then, James? This was Edinburgh to
Manchester.
And when did it leave?
It was actually Oxford Road Station that it happened.
Edinburgh to Manchester. And when did it leave Waverley?
At 9:15.
9:15, the day after the match.
Yeah.
The 9:15 Edinburgh to Manchester. It left Waverley at 9:15. Waverley's the main station in Edinburgh. There's Haymarket and Waverley, but it left Waverley. It was a 9:15, and that left the day after the match, which of course would be the Monday morning.
No, the Sunday morning.
I beg your pardon, the Sunday morning. Of course, it would be the Sunday morning.
I would have thought there'd have been more guards on there, or traffic police or whatever on there, because a lot of people coming back south from the game.
Yeah.
I thought they would have been more guarded, no?
You would
or
think
not?
so. Well, having said that, it's a 9:15 in the morning. You
know they're going to be out all night, a lot of these guys, celebrating. They're going to be worse for wear.
Would you expect a bunch of drunks in a train at that time of the morning? James, I just want to thank you for your information. Thank you so much. James, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
James, listen, thanks for your information. When you stop talking to me and Ray, we're live at the moment on talkSPORT. When you speak to my colleague who took the call originally, give the seat numbers, or as you understand it, the seat numbers to him. And then if we're asked for information by British Transport Police, we could pass that on.
Yeah, no problem.
Top man, James. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, thanks a lot.
He's a wise boy. You don't open your mouth in a situation like that.
No, you don't. You don't. You do exactly what he's done there.
Yeah.
Pretend you're asleep. Keep out of it.
Yeah. Stay with us. We're coming up to 12:30.